Hello, I'm back. I'm really, really sorry for the technical difficulties, but thank God I already fixed it. Hopefully, you can hear me now. Hopefully, you can hear me now. All right, there you go. I don't know what happened. Live. That's why. So technical difficulties. So again, good morning in the Philippines. Good evening here in the US. It's already 7:27 p.m. But then it's just Saturday here. Happy Easter in the Philippines. And I know it's most of the teachers right now for sure. They're in church celebrating Easter Sunday. Good evening, everyone. I'm really, really sorry for the technical difficulties. Just like I've said, it's live. So that's why. So yes, guys, if it's okay to you, maybe you can say your greetings on in our live chat so I can acknowledge and make you as moderator. So you can ask questions and while we are waiting for others, we can or I can also post the links or the schools that are hiring or they have job openings. And while waiting, I have, well, normally I don't really bring my computer from school. I mean, school computer here, my place, because it's heavy. But sometimes if I need to work on something, I have to bring it. Especially this month is our state testing, it's our AZ merit. So I need to do some review. So what I'm doing is making a Google slide. So before the exam or before the state testing, the kids will be ready. State testing, of course, this is like a test as well in the Philippines that we're doing to our kids to test how far they learned. And but I think as of the moment, it will not be really taken against us if, for the teachers because of what's going on right now. But hopefully, it's true. So I have three viewers right now. Again, guys, good morning there in the Philippines. Good morning, teachers. I just checked my phone. Right, you can for sure you can hear me now. I'm really sorry. You can see on my background my water puddle. So, well, yeah, I need water bottles to for me to drink water here in the US. Once again, happy Easter, everyone. My three viewers are not really saying something in the chat, so I cannot really acknowledge you. I just wanted to say hi. I just wanted to say thank you for um, visiting my live. I have four viewers right now. Again, guys, it's just the four of you right now. You can ask questions while we're waiting for others because later on, if there's a lot of you already, I cannot answer your questions. Well, I'm not a really expert, but then I will try to answer the best. I will try to answer it based on my experience here in the US. I'm teaching here for 3 years already. Yeah, and I really wanted to go home this summer, this June, hopefully. So I hope that the CFO will lift their moratorium so I can go home too. Well, because if I will go home, since this is my extension year already, I need to apply for a new visa. I need to face the consul as well, face and answer their questions. So because it's a new visa for me, so I need to renew my CFO sticker as well. Okay, three viewers in the house, but I did not really know who are these people, who are these teachers. But like I said, I will really appreciate it if you can write, just say hi, say hello in our chat so we can be friends. Not all the time. I cannot answer your questions in our Facebook group because, of course, number one, the time difference, and this month we will be very busy because of the state testing. Like I said a while ago, that will be from April. It will start April 5th to May 1st. Okay, four viewers in the house right now. I'm glad I still have four viewers. It's just four, but I really appreciate it. These are my viewers are very polite. they can't they can't even say a word. Guys, come on. I want to see your name. I want to say your name personally so I want to say your name personally. Hi, Miss Hazel. Happy Easter. How are you? It's nice to see you again, Miss Hazel. Yes, it's Saturday here in the US. So I'll be attending the sunrise service tomorrow at 6 a.m. in my church. And for the viewers, I will really appreciate it if you can like and share this video, especially if you have friends who wanted to go here as well, aspiring to be teachers here in the US. So I will really appreciate that. But I'm telling you guys, if you wanted to go here, you should really, I mean, you should be very determined because it's not smooth sailing. You will really encounter challenges on your way. Yeah, good vibes. Even though it's so hot right now here, summer almost. It's already well, actually, it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside, Miss Angel. It's too hot outside. it's not humid here in Arizona, so we're not sweating really compared to the comparing the Philippines. So if you if you're not wearing deodorant here, it's fine because you are not really sweating. But if you're in Florida, and yeah, because it's humid there, and also I believe Texas, they're also humid there, so you don't really need your deodorant, so you can save money in buying deodorant. But for some I know in the Philippines we're just using tawas, so that's great too. I have 5 viewers right now, so all right, I'll be posting the first school. So let me see. Um, I'm gonna check if I can share my screen. Let's see. All right, I'm going to share my screen. All right. Let me see. So this is the first school. It's Roswell Unified School District. If we're going to open that link, so as you can see here, well, they have a lot of openings. I tried to when I go here, I mean when I before I got here, I tried to apply in this school too, but I unfortunately I was not hired. Okay, so they're looking for Title 1 teacher, and then SPED educational assistant, SPED teachers for preschool, and then bilingual. I'm not really sure with the bilingual if they are if you're English teacher or you can be accepted. I'm not sure though. And then I have teacher grade 3 and then 4, and then teacher grade 4 and fifth grade speech language pathologist, most especially for the SPED teachers. So if you are really interested, then you can go. And then another SPED teacher, well, this is an opening since 2020, 2021. Well, maybe because of what's going on, they were not able to look for another, or they were not really able to chat. Or you know what? I'm thinking of chat because someone just chatted me. All right. Um, Sped teacher again. Then teacher at grade 5. Oh, hi, Sandra. Thank you for viewing. Happy Easter, Sandra. I'm so happy about your sister who just got her visa. Hopefully, I can see her here. Okay, so, but they just posted their openings currently in January and then March. So, if you're interested, most of their openings are actually SPED teachers. Oh, they're looking for sixth grade science teacher as well. Another fifth grade. They've been looking for fifth grade teachers a lot. Teacher gifted. Well, this means that they're looking for teachers who will teach the gifted kids. So, but then you need to have that on your teaching certificate as well. Another teacher science, but they posted this July 21st of last year. So, guys, if you are interested, so you can go to Roswell or to yeah Roswell Independent School. So if you're interested, especially if you're excuse me, if you're a SPED teacher, they're looking for a lot of SPED teachers. It's what you call this? Sped teachers is really in need here in the US. If I can just um get my certificate as sped teacher, I will do that too. But teaching here is too busy. I don't have time to do that. Okay, so I have five viewers. I know one, Miss Hazel, and then another one, my good friend, now Sandra, and I don't know the three people, but hopefully the you can see the link that I posted here in our YouTube live. All right. So today, I'll be posting actually two schools that they are offering H-1B or working visa. I have that already on my list. So, in a little bit, I'll be posting that. Well, actually sooner. Roswell Independent Schools, I don't know any teacher that teaches here, but then they have a lot of openings. So if you're interested, go to their website, answer their application questions, so you can have your interview. And then, of course, during your interview, you need to be very ready for that. But also during your interview, you need to make sure as well that you know about social emotional. I'm not sure if you heard about that, the social emotional learning. That's very common here in the US because most of the kids here really are, um, they have problems and problems at home, problems with their um, personality. Not really personality, but they still have difficulties in identifying their personalities, their characteristics. They have personal problems. So social emotional learning, it will be very great if you will try to research about that. Why? Because during my interview, my principal asked me about social emotional learning, and I mean, I actually told him, I've been honest, and I told him that I did not really have any idea about this. And then, but then good thing he hired me still, even though I don't know the answer to that question. But well, because maybe I've been honest to him, so that's why. So if you have time, go ahead and study about social emotional learning. All right. So I have six viewers currently as of the moment. So, but then I hope that you can say your greetings or you can say just at least hi here in the chat so I can acknowledge you. Can say your name here. If they're asking for a social security number, Miss Hazel, I believe there's an option there that you can, um, what do you call that option? Say no or not applicable, because most of the applications actually they're asking for a social security number. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Cheryl or Cheryl. Hi, hi. Good morning. Good evening here from here in the U.S. Happy Easter, Miss Cheryl. Yes. So, Miss Cheryl, I believe you can see the link that I posted in the banner. That's Roswell Unified School District. They have a lot of openings, so you can go ahead and check their openings if you have, if you're teaching. They're actually looking for SPED, but if you are for elementary, they're looking for fourth grade and fifth, well, third, fourth, and fifth grade. Actually, I'm really sorry. You can hear from the background. That's my dryer. I'm doing laundry this weekend, time for laundry. Hi, I don't know how to say your name. Sigrid. Is it Sigrid? Sigrid? Well, yes, happy Easter. And from Occidental Mindoro. I'm from Negros Occidental po. I'm happy to see you. And I just posted the first link of the school. It's Roswell Unified School District. So if you're teaching third, fourth, and fifth grade, they're looking for teachers right now and SPED teacher. I'm really, really sorry, guys, for the background. It's my washer. You have a unique nickname, Sigfred. Um, Sigrid. Yeah, normally I heard Sigfred, but Sigrid, this is my first time to see that name. Well, actually, you will be teaching junior high school. Oh, I'm teaching junior high school. I'm teaching seventh grade. I'm teaching seventh grade language arts. Our school, we have seventh and eighth grade, and I'm teaching language arts. So yeah, maybe in a little bit I'll be posting the second school. So hopefully there will be an open. But junior high school, like my teaching certificate, I have sixth grade because back home I'm teaching ninth grade. I'm BS Ed, Bachelor in Secondary Education. And then when I applied for my teaching certificate, they gave me 6 to 12, so I can teach sixth grade here. So that's still junior high. Six, seven, and eight. That's junior high. Hi, Miss Sarah. Happy Easter. It's nice to see you here in my on my YouTube live. I'm so happy that at least on this way I can help you guys. I know how it really feels that you wanted to go here. I was like you as well before. I am an aspirant as well. I can't really believe until now that I'm here already. So for sure, you can go here as well. I'll be joining my sunrise service tomorrow because it's just Saturday here in the US. Saturday at 7:50 p.m. And I'm really sorry. I'm having hard time right now to speak because I just had my dentures and I'm so uncomfortable with it. But then I still need to go back to my dentist and they will fix it. But that's why. So pardon me, the way I talk, the way I say the words. But then hopefully you can understand me. My students can understand me, so for sure you can understand me too. It's a good thing we are wearing masks in school so they cannot really see what's going on right there behind my mask. So hopefully this will be fixed soon. All right, Miss Sarah. So if you're an elementary teacher, I just posted on the link right there in the banner. That's Roswell Unified School District. That's they're looking for third, fourth, and fifth grade and science teacher, and they're looking for sped teacher as well. And guys, like I said, I would really appreciate it if you can like this YouTube live and share to your friends if you have one. And I'll be posting right now the second school. Let me see. All right. So the second school, that's Coolidge Unified School District. Okay, so I'm going to open this link so we can check what's going on this school. I'm going I'm going to share my screen. So let's see. I'm going to share my entire screen so you will see what's going on here. All right, so this is college talented hires. So they have an opening for middle school math teacher. So this is for you, Sir Sigrid, middle school math. I mean, I'm not sure what's your major though. So middle school math teacher, and then they're looking for sixth to eighth grade. So this is junior high, and then they're looking for math specialists or interventionists. Well, when you say interventionist, somehow this is like you will be working with those kids that are failing, so you will be helping the teacher and at the same time the students as well, and then they're looking for a new principal, but of course we cannot apply, and another special ed teacher, and then elementary teacher, and they're looking for food service food service cook. Oh, so if we have cookery, they're looking for one. And what else? Yeah, coaches. Well, actually, if you're a teacher already here in the US, so most of the time, well, we have also sports. So sometimes they don't have coaches for volleyball, for basketballs, for baseball, for their sports. And if you are qualified for that, then you can actually apply and you will be paid extra. You will what do you call this? You will be paid extra, and at the same time you will be a stipend for that. Well, it really depends how much will be the payment for being the coach. If you were in high school, I believe you will be paid. Your pay is higher than middle school. When you say middle school, that's from sixth to eighth grade. So and then after that, that's the high school already. All right. So Miss Sarah has a question. Is it possible to apply for elementary position for BS Ed? Um, for elementary position for BS Ed. You mean to say, Miss Sarah, you're BS Ed, but you want to apply for elementary position? Is that your question? Is that your question, Miss Sarah? Are you still there? I just wanted to make sure that I understand your question right. So you said, is it possible to apply for elementary position for BS Ed? So the way I understand it, you're BS Ed and you wanted to apply for elementary position. Well, it depends. There are schools that, all right, I'll answer your questions, Miss Sigrid, in a little bit. Okay. Well, hi, Sir Keith. It's nice to see you again. Good morning in Cebu. All right, Miss Sarah, again, to answer your question, is it possible to apply for elementary position for BS Ed? Your BS Ed, um, you wanted to teach elementary. Well, I know one person, his BS Ed, he is actually my, what do you call this? My supervisor back home. He's in English. He's my apps. What is apps again? In DepEd, there's a lot of um shortcuts, abbreviations. I forgot it already, but that's possible. That's possible because, like I said, he used to be my supervisor in the Philippines and English. My English supervisor, and when he arrived here, he's still there in the Philippines back then, and he got an offer to teach elementary, but that really depends on your school um because the school acknowledged that he is teaching high school and he doesn't have any experience in elementary, so it really depends with your school. But then, since your credential is BS Ed, if you're going to apply for your teaching certificate, then they will give you a teaching certificate from 6 to 12. But if I were you, Miss Sarah, just focus on your applying for high school because for sure you're BS Ed, so you have your specialty, you have your major, and I hope I answered your questions. But then, like I said, you can try. But then my friend, when he arrived here, he taught for a year in elementary, but then after that and he applied for another school because it's a lot of adjustment for him. You're welcome, Miss Sarah. All right, so Miss Sigrid, ma'am, social studies po ang aking tinuturuan. Ako po ang nag-comment sa page na may units ng education, 39 units ng MA at graduate ng MPA. Social studies. So you're teaching high school. But my question is, are you a board passer? Miss Cheryl Chen, hi ma'am. How can we acquire SS number? Your social security number, you are going to apply that if you're here already in the US. Um, So, for example, you are hired already here in the US. So, right after or right before your flight, your visa sponsor will email you already of your service number and everything. Your service number, you need that in applying for your SSN. And then you can only apply for SSN if you're here already in the US. So like my case, I have to call my visa sponsor before I go to the Homeland Security to apply for my SSN. And then after that, I waited for maybe a week or 2 weeks and right away I got my SSN. All right. So good job. 5 years. 5 years teaching lead passers. That's part of the requirement. But then you're teaching social studies. I don't know someone teaching social studies here because in our case here, so when I get my teaching certificate, most of us there's a comment. We had discrepancy from Arizona Department of Education that we need to study or we need to study or get a course of Arizona constitution and US constitution because that's not part of our credentials. So I'm not really sure if you can apply a social studies teacher because social studies in high school, well, you are teaching about the you're teaching about the US history. But I know my I have my one of my batches, she's teaching elementary. Well, it's just if you're an elementary teacher, you have to teach all subjects. So she's the one teaching social studies too, but she's in elementary. But for high school, I'm not really sure about that. But you can try to but then I have a question, sir, Sigrid. Do you have an agency right now or on what process you are already for your application? And by the way, Michelle, I hope I answered your question about the SSN. Because if you have what do you call this? In order for them, Sir Sigrid, to identify or to label you as a social studies teacher, you need to have your credentials evaluated first. But then, of course, if America is really for you, then who knows? Heath, I actually posted the first school, the link. They are looking a lot for SPED teachers. So it's what was that? It's the Roswell Unified School District. Yeah, well, yes. With EPI, that's right. I agree with them that your what you had, especially yours BS Ed and then your MA and then MPA is not really aligned. But try to check with Bepoche. This is my agency. I'm not sure if you are familiar with that. You can try to email or you can ask questions about them because there might be a possibility that it is okay because like I said, my answers are just based on my experience and based on the people that I met here. But try to message Bepoche. They might have an answer for you about your question too. They are very helpful. They will accommodate you. So try to email them, Bepoche. They have Facebook page, Bepoche. Actually, it's Bepoche International. The owner is located here in New Mexico. She used to be a teacher before, but then after right now she stopped and she focused on her agency. Yes, Michelle, you can proceed with your application without SSN. Maybe you can. I remember. What did maybe we? I remember last time we just put 111. That's what I. That's if there's no option for you to write NA because I believe it's just a number. So just write 1111. Miss Sarah, do I need to acquire a teaching certificate to be qualified or a PRC license is okay na po. And I can process the teaching certificate when I get there. First, do I need to acquire a teaching certificate to be qualified? What do you mean, Miss Sarah, to be qualified? To be qualified in a for your application or to be qualified? Because in during your application process, you can apply. I believe it's on the last part of your application. They will ask you. You're welcome, Miss Cheryl. They will ask you for your credentials. They will ask you for your transcript of record. But then our transcript of record in the Philippines is different. So you can still attach your transcript of record. But then if you have already your evaluated uh, transcript of record, that is really highly recommended. But then for the application in school or application in an agency, Michelle? I'm sorry, I have a lot of questions. I just need to verify that I'm giving out the right information. So to be qualified in your application in school or application for the agency. Because for your application, yes, you can proceed by just attaching your transcript of record. There are schools that they will just acknowledge that, but then you need to have an evaluated teaching certificate. You will be paying for that. And then teaching certificate, yes, you can get your teaching certificate if you are here already in the US. But then if you have an agency, they will be the one to process for your teaching certificate. So yes, Miss Sarah, yes, you can apply, you can proceed in your application without teaching certificate because they will just ask you for you to attach a file of your application letter, your resume, and then your transcript of records. Well, there are schools that they are, it's just okay for them that you have your transcript of records from the Philippines, but then most of the schools they will really prioritize those applicants to have the evaluated transcript of records already. And your teaching certificate, yes, you can get it here. But then in my case, I'm in Bullhead City. It's like 4 hours drive going to Phoenix. That's where the Arizona Department of Education located is. But then I believe for your teaching certificate, you can also apply online if you're here already. Because for your teaching certificate, in applying for your teaching certificate, you need an evaluated transcript of records. I hope I answered your question, Miss Sarah. And guys, while we are waiting, you're welcome, Miss Sarah. And guys, while we are waiting for some of the schools that I'm going to post, I will really appreciate it if you can like this YouTube live and share to your friend, especially for those who wanted to go here as well. And hopefully we will see each other here. Do you have an agency, Miss Sarah? You're welcome, Sir Sigrid. Oh, okay. Well, there are a lot already that there are a lot of teachers as well that they're here already with no agency as well. But then I will, I am really recommending if you can have, well, I know it will be, um, it's costly if you will have at your agency because you need to pay them, but then it's secured that you will have your own agency. The way I, well, based on my experience, I have a friend, she just arrived last December. She had a perfected contract. So she got hired in Michigan. Michigan, that's the upper part already, that's East Coast. Um well, she had an agency, but then that agency is not the same with my agency, Bepoche. Um my agency, we paid a lot. But then they were they really made sure that when we arrive here in the US, we already have a place to live in. There's someone who will pick us up at the airport. And then after that, up, from your flight, someone will pick you up and they allow us to eat and look for or go for get our groceries. And then after that, that person was the one who helped us as well. The person who picked us up was also he was advised as well by the agency to help us in processing our SSN and processing our bank account and processing our state ID. And at the same time, to get our phone number here in the US to look for a provider. If you do not have an agency, well, that friend of mine that I'm talking about that she got here, that she arrived here last December 23rd, well, she had an agency, but that agency did not provide um, any accommodation for her. No one picked her up at the airport. So what my friend did, she emailed the principal to pick her up. And then she stayed in the hotel maybe for a week. She spent Christmas alone and at the hotel. Good thing the principal, you know, is very friendly in thinking that the teacher is from the Philippines. But then not all principal can do that. Not all administration will pick you up, will have time to pick you up. And what else? I mean, what about if your school is very far from the airport? Like in my case, my place is an hour and a half from the airport. My friend is an hour away from the airport. So good thing the principal pick him up. I mean, pick her up. But what about if your school is not as accommodating as that? Because they're busy as well. And but then if you do not have an agency, Miss Cheryl, if you're going for direct hiring or direct application, so good thing if you knew someone in that area who will pick you up and will help you in looking for your house. It's not so easy to look here or to look for a place here because in looking for an apartment or applying for an apartment, you need to have your credit score already and not right away that, for example, you just arrived today and you will look for an apartment. So today I need an apartment, I will move in this apartment today. They will not allow you to go or to live in that apartment right away because they need to do a credit check. They need your ID and you do not have an ID by that time. You have your passport, but most of the time they're looking for state ID. And here in the US, here in Bullhead, even in Las Vegas, public transportation is not the same in the Philippines. I You need to wait for the bus, but then the buses are very complicated and Sometimes you need to wait for 5 hours. But then, like you said, not all places have access for buses. In my case here, my first year, we had to do carpooling, and then my agency was the one who looked for the person or for someone to pick us up and drop us off in our school, because we don't have jeepneys here. We don't have tricycles that we can just go right away and just go outside and wait for someone to drive the tricycle. No. And there's Uber, there's Lyft, but it's too expensive. It will cost you $20 just for one way. So that's so I believe it's better that you have an agency, and also for your paperwork, teaching certificate. If you have an agency, then they will be the one to process for your teaching certificate as well. I hope I answered your question, Michelle. And Miss Sarah, I hope you heard the differences between having an agency and direct hiring. But then, like I said, it's really good for you to have direct hiring as well. You don't have an agency because you do not have to pay them for their for helping you. But then you need to make sure someone will pick you up from the airport. I remember on my first year here, um, since we don't have credit score yet, um, we lived in one of the house. I mean, she's a Filipina as well, but then she's living alone. So the agency asked her if it's okay for us to stay there, even for 6 months. So yeah, she allowed us. We paid $250, but then in one room, three of us are sharing, and the other room it's the other teacher, two other teachers too. So we're five, and we're using only one bathroom. So someone has to wake up so early, so that we will not be late in going to school. And what you call this? Especially for those who, if you guys you wanted to know, you're welcome, Michelle. And also, just in case you wanted to know what are the expenses that we're using that we have here in the US. You can also watch this video that I made so that you will know how much are we paying here. Well, yes, living here in the US, the money dollar is different from what we have in the Philippines. But then, hopefully, on this video, you will realize that um your money or your salary that you will be receiving, your annual salary, that's not the whole salary that you're going to receive. There will be taxes. Taxes here, I'm paying $600 a month $600 per payday. So that's 1,200 or $1,200 for 1 month, just for tax. And just in case, Michelle, you wanted to have an agency, Papache, the best agency. Well, of course, for me, it's the best because without them, I'm not here. And they really made sure that I have a roof, I have a place to live in on my first day here. And actually, we had a layover. Yeah, my flight that time is from the Philippines to Taipei. We had the layover for 4 hours. And then Taipei to LAX, that's in California. We arrived in California evening, no, 6 o'clock maybe. And then our flight will be 10 a.m. the following day. So they booked a hotel for us to stay in California. And the following day, there's a shuttle from the hotel going to the airport to pick us up. And we arrive in Las Vegas. Someone pick us up. Yes, Michelle. 1,200 just for the tax, because aside from the state tax, you need to pay for federal tax as well. And then you need to pay for the FICA, med it's Medicare. There's a lot. There's a lot of taxes. Just watch that video and you will see how much we are paying for the tax and how much we are spending here in the US with the apartment. This is my apartment. Well, different states, different costs of living as well. Okay, so I'll be posting the third school now. All right, so let me see. Y- all right, Michelle has a question. Is it all worth it? The effort, money? Can we still have savings? It depends with your lifestyle, Michelle. Um, well, it's evening already here, Miss Cheryl, so for sure they will not really reply you because their office hours is until 5 p.m. and tomorrow will be Sunday, so they will not email you back yet, but hopefully Monday they will try. I mean, they will email you. And so going back to your question, is it all worth it, the effort, money? Can we still have savings? Well, it really depends with your annual salary. How much will you be paid? How much will be your salary? First year, well, for sure you need to borrow money from someone to help you with your expenses here. So first year, it's your year of paying all your debt. Well, not all, but especially your debts and going here. Savings, like I said, Michelle, it really depends with your lifestyle. And it really depends how much is your salary. Um, what do you call this? Most of the teachers here, if there's a lot of teachers in their school, they're looking for apartments that they can share. There's a three-bedroom apartment, there's two-bedroom apartment, and you will split whatever you are paying a month. And for the what you call this, for the electricity and for the water bill. So it really well, yes, maybe you will have a savings, but um it really depends, because if you are here in the US, there's a lot of temptations. They have their outlet malls wherein they are always on sale. So if you're that type of person who you always go shopping, then because you wanted to send something in the Philippines, you want to send a package. So you can't really save. And if you're that person that always wanted to be on trend, so maybe you cannot really save. But then, like I said, you have to calculate whatever your annual salary. So Michelle, what's the video? I literally put all the expenses that we're spending here. And this is the third school. This is Deming this is in Deming Public School District. I believe this is in New Mexico. So let's see what openings do they have. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. All right, so welcome to Deming Public School District. They have an opening for special ed, educational assistant. What else? Pre-K SPED educational assistant. Well, security guard. They are looking for math teacher as well. They posted this opening December 14 of 2020, but it's still here. So most probably they were not able to hire someone yet. There's also special ed teacher, another special ed teacher. Oh, they posted this October 15 and they don't have it yet. Kindergarten teacher, first grade, Well, it's an educational assistant. They have what else? They're looking for oh, kindergarten teacher. Yeah, so this is in New Mexico. So if you wanted to stay in New Mexico, it's snowing there. My place, we don't have snow. But if you wanted to go to snow, I mean to see snow on your first year. I remember in on our first year here, our agency, Papache, during Thanksgiving break, they invited us all teachers to visit their house to spend Thanksgiving with the whole family. They they were the one who accommodated us, and for those teachers that well, because it's a lot of us. I believe in our batch, it's 50 of us who arrived here, so all of us were invited, and but then some were not. Some they were not able to make it, but for those who arrived or joined the Thanksgiving party. Some of us stayed um, at the owner's house, and some of them they booked a hotel for those teachers in New Mexico. It was a great experience, and you know that somehow your agency is really a family because even though you're here already and after you paid them, um they are still keeping in touch until now. They're keeping in touch. They're asking how are you, checking on you if you're doing fine, and if you have any questions, and if they're if they're available, they will, especially Michelle, the owner, she will really reply to you. Right. I hope all of you are were able to eat your lunch already. And for those who just arrived, happy Easter. Mhm. So again, guys, like and share this video. I will really appreciate that. We're live already for an hour and 25 minutes. Last Saturday, maybe it's for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I have 7 viewers. So I know Sir Keith, Cheryl, Miss Sir Keith, Miss Sarah, Sigrid. Yeah, and I hope guys I hope I really helped you at least. But if you are looking for, if you need an agency, be very careful that they're not scammers. There's a lot of agency already. I was actually surprised that there's a lot of agencies right now. Some of them, it's just my first time to hear them. You're welcome, Miss Sarah. I it's really my pleasure to help because I know how it really feels that you're there and you wanted to go here and no one is really answering your questions. When I was there back 2018, 2017, I have I knew some people who's here already, but then right away they can't reply to your message because of course they're busy too. And I just realized that here. I mean when I was here already that of course the different time zone. And then just like right now, it's April, and we will be having our state testing. And state testing is very crucial, very important for in every school, because that's the test where in the school will be identified if it's an A school, a B school, or an F school. And I'm teaching language arts. My subject is one of the core subjects here in the US that they'll be getting state testing. It will be writing, and then reading. Reading is for 2 days. That's a 2 day test. So writing is just 1 day. All right. So I just need to reply a message here. Give me 1 sec, guys. And also, um, when you go here in the US, make sure that before you go here, especially if you will be based here in Arizona, it's very dry here. It's desert. So I when I arrived here, I said, "Am I really in the US?" Because it's all dry, it's all rocks, it's all mountains. So make sure that you're still there. You really value, or will you will really appreciate the trees, the flowers, and everything. I'm missing those things. You're welcome, Miss Sigrid. I I'm not sure. Sorry if Sigrid. Yes, but I am really hoping that all of you aspirants, you can go here and see America in your very own eyes. But then also another one, um, in teaching here, you need to have a very good classroom management. Um, we need to know that teachers, I mean, the students there in the US, the students here in the US, they're very different from our students there in the Philippines. And like in the Philippines, the moment you stand up in front, I mean, right in front of the class, right away they will um I mean, they consider you as the person of authority inside the classroom. So if you are here, or if you will go here, you need to bring a very, very good classroom management. That's really important. Every year you will have your evaluation in our district, we have two evaluations. So one evaluation for the first semester, and your second evaluation will be in the second semester. It depends who will be your evaluator. It could be your assistant principal, your principal, or your instructional coach. So make sure that you hit it. You hit that um what you call this evaluation, because that will determine if you will get another contract. So your contract, that's every year. So in my district, we just had our contract last week. So make sure that during your what you call this evaluation, you will really make sure that that will be like your last day of teaching. So make the most of it. Yes, your classroom observation. So your principal will be there for the whole session, your whole class. And then there are um em- On my own experience, I am not really informing my students that I will be having my evaluation or classroom observation from my principal or my assistant principal. I they will just be surprised that my principal or assistant principal will be there in my classroom. Well, your principal and your assistant principal will be there all every day. They will check on you. They will pass by. But then during your classroom evaluation, they will be staying for the entire class. Usually the principal and the assistant principal will pass by if it's not your normal observation. They will stay there 10 to 15 minutes. So that's why teachers here in the US, we're used to it already. We're used to have our principals and assistant principals. Sometimes your instructional coach will visit you, or sometimes the superintendent, your superintendent will visit you as well from the district. They will come by and check if you're doing great in your lesson. So make sure if they pass by in your classroom, you have you have your bell schedule in your classroom, the agenda that you need to do in that day, so that they are aware what you're doing as well inside the classroom. Well, you need to make sure like when you say agenda, that's the things that the kids will be doing for that day. So every day my students will look at that board, my whiteboard, so they know the um the procedures or what are the things that they're going to do. Oh, after their bell work, they need to read a book. Oh, after they read a book, they need to answer this activity in Google Classroom. Oh, after this, some things like that. But I know Filipino teachers were tough. We can make it. I mean, I myself, I really love to be evaluated, even though I'm in the full. I mean, back then I was in the Philippines. Every time there's an observation, I remember my last observation in the Philippines. I was when we had the draw lots. I got number 15, but instead I I changed it to number two. Be- because I wanted to have number one supposedly, but then number one will the person who got number one, she wanted to be number one. So I got number two because for me, if you're the first person to be evaluated, it's like you're setting the standards. So I'm okay if I will be the number one evaluator. Well, I know most of the time it's in high school. The high school kids will, if they knew that, if they will know that you have your evaluation, some of them might create a scene, or some of them, there are really kids that will hate you. There are kids that may like you. So there might be kids that will ruin your evaluation or your observation. So, but then there are teachers as well, Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl is asking why. What's the advantage of not letting the students know the observation? So there are. I knew some teachers as well. They are telling their kids that they have their evaluation and they're doing great. But for me, for my 3 years, I do not really inform my students that I will have my observation. They will just be surprised. Oh, the principal is here. Oh, the assistant principal is here. Yes, that's right, Michelle. So just a heads up though. But then there are really kids too that I knew one teacher she's informing her students all the time. She has her evaluation and the kids are very supportive. The kids are very cooperative. So just be very careful though. You know your kids, you know your students, you know their abilities, their personality. So it's up to you. And what I really like about teaching here in the US is we have the Promethean board. Um, I will type what's that? Promethean board. Well, the Promethean board, it's a board. It's a touch screen. All classrooms we have. I mean, not all schools. Well, but yeah, they have whiteboards and they have Promethean boards as well. But in my district, we have this Promethean board wherein it's a touch screen. So the kids, if you want to highlight something on your lesson, so you can highlight it on the board with different colors. And then if you want to write something, so go on for notes and then you can write something. Or my school is really techy, technology wise. So from that whiteboard, you have like a tablet wherein you are roaming around the classroom and then you want to circle something. So you can circle it from the tablet and it will appear on the Promethean board as well. It works like what do you call that? Projector. I have my first one, I have that Promethean board. It's a projector. But it's not touch screen though. But well, yeah, it's touch screen actually. You have a pencil that you can touch, but it's not as high tech with my Promethean board right now. So I like it because with a pen and the kids, if they wanted to share something and if you want them to participate in your lesson, so kids, they love to write on the board. So I can ask them and draw something and ask them or circle where's the verb, underline where is the noun. So they really love that. And like I said, if you are roaming around the room and you wanted to circle something from that tablet, I forgot what you call that tablet, something that it will reflect right away on your Promethean board. Yes. And you know what's cool, Michelle? Your printer. We have, even though you're in your classroom, you can print directly from the printer in the office. It's wireless. And even though you will print 200 copies, no one will ask you, why is it you need to print 200 copies? So that's what I like about teaching here. So I hope that one day all of those you will experience it as well. Yes. In my school we have bond paper supplies. So you can just get how many you want. There's supplies for teacher supplies. They're giving out staplers, scissors, everything that you need. To, but then maybe not all districts here in the US, but my district, we have that. So if you need journal or notebook, you can go there and get what you want. If you need a marker, then go ahead, get your own marker. And yes, all of the schools here, they are providing computers. So you do not really need to buy your own computer. And if you're there in the Philippines, I mean, you can bring your computer from the Philippines to here, but you do not really need to have one because your school will give you will not give you, but will let you borrow the computer if you still have a contract with them. This is my school computer. It's this one. This is my school computer. So, but then, like I said, I don't really bring my computer school. I mean, my school computer in my apartment, but I need to do something. So I brought it. It's heavy. And anyway, um, all the time, actually, I don't really need my computer in my new Promethean board because I can log into my Promethean board as well. And I can just access my Google Drive right away. Okay, so one, two, three, four. Let's have the fourth school already. This is in Las Vegas. This is Clark County School District. So Las Vegas. So you will really enjoy if you will go to Vegas. There's a lot of places that you will enjoy there. So if you are interested to go or to work in Las Vegas, so let's see what do they have to offer, what openings they have. Well, CCSD or Las Vegas School District, their district is very big. Let me share my screen. Okay, so they're looking for special education instructional facilitator. They're also looking for physical science teacher, computer literacy teacher, and oh, they're looking for art teacher. If you knew someone a MAPE, what you call that MAPE teacher. So if but then if you have concentration in art, so you can also apply here. General resource, kindergarten teacher. So they're looking for two kindergarten teachers and also grade five teachers. Physical education, they prefer a girl teacher. And then grade three teacher, early childhood, um, another special ed teacher, autism, grade five. And then they're looking for a math teacher, seven to eight. Yeah, seven to eight. They posted this February 19th of 2021. Okay, so what else do they have here? This is the second page. So they're looking also for another art teacher. Well, because it's on each district they have different. I mean, for example, the district they have different schools, just like in the Philippines. In our school district, we have I believe six schools. All right, so 2021, 2022, grade five teacher in Harris Elementary School. And then computer applications teacher. That's in Chaparral High School. General science, 7 to 8th, a teacher in Woodbury Middle School. Speech language pathologist. And then they're looking for English teachers, 7 and 8th, Old Callaghan Middle School. Humanities teacher, autism. Um, Oh, food production and management in Coronado High School. So this is for, I believe, for our cookery teacher. They're looking for English six teacher as well. That's in Jerome Middle School. Grade five teacher. That's in Las Vegas Earl. And then star teacher. I don't know what the star teacher means. Okay, grade two teacher. Math teacher. That's in Canyon Springs High School. Oh, they posted it's November 2 of 2020. Third grade, fourth grade teacher. Um, Another one, math teacher in Brindley Harold Middle School. Another math teacher, Escobedo Middle School. Excuse me. Well, I believe most of these openings they have this since last year because of no available teachers, so they were not really able to hire teachers. So I hope you got you got something in there in Las Vegas and Clark County School District. Math teachers, science teachers, sped, it's really in demand here. How I wish I know how to teach math too. Oh, I just read in Facebook that for those who are here or outside the country, if you will go home in Cebu, then you don't have to be quarantined anymore. Cool. I'm actually excited that you guys will go here too, so that you will know or you will see the difference as well of teaching here in the US and teaching there in the Philippines. Um, how can I say it? There's really no, well, I can't say no, but the paperwork's it's lesser compared to what we have there. Less paperworks, but then they're giving out bond papers for free. You can print unlimited wirelessly, and then they're giving out computers the moment you sign your contract. Right away, they will give it to you. This my school computer. This is already our second computer. The first one they changed it to this bigger one. There's teachers actually that they got the touchscreen computer. And also, in my classroom, I have my students have their own Chromebooks. So if I'm going to post work in Google Classroom, so right away, my students can access whatever it is. And there's a lot of websites also that you can use in your teaching, and at the same time you can post it right away in your Google Classroom. Some of those websites the school paid for it, but so you don't, I mean, the district paid for it, so you have free access. You can get unlimited, you have unlimited access. You can get a lot of lessons from there for free. But there are websites or yeah, websites as well that you really need to pay extra. Yeah, by the way, Michelle, what's your major again? Are you in elementary, high school? Prayer. That's the most important, Michelle. Michelle said, I really want to experience that. I'm so excited, praying more to grant my hopes. But also, Michelle, I really recommend that you, well, I mean, if you know how to drive already, that's better. But if you don't know how to drive yet, better practice driving already in the Philippines. Because during summer here, it's too hot. And like I said, it's 90 degrees. And when it's summer here in the US, in the morning, unlike in the Philippines, if it's in the morning, it's cooler. It's cooler. And then if it's noontime, it's hot. And then in the evening, it will be, it will cool down again, but not here. All throughout the day, it will be hot. Oh, so you have two options. You can apply as an elementary teacher. That's you can also apply SPED. There's a lot of SPED openings. I remember when my um true friends 2 years ago, we went to Phoenix and they joined a what you call this? A job search. I forgot the term. Yeah, we went to Phoenix, and then they're math teachers. Uh, and then there's actually a lot of SPED teachers on that day that they got hired right away. So yes, Miss Cheryl, you are really qualified to teach here. Why not? you can resign in the Philippines and you will get your GSIS contribution. Well, that's how it works, right? If you have 15 years of contribution in GSIS, you will have your own, you will have your retirement already. I'm not sure if I'm right. Yeah. In my case, I only taught in Deped for 2 years. When I After I graduate, I work as in call center, 2 years in Teletech and 2 years in Convergys, and then after that, I applied. What do you call this? Ranking, and I was in BPO, and during my first ranking, I got number 6. You're welcome, Miss Hazel. Good job. Hopefully you will. All right, Miss Hazel said I applied for Roswell already. Thanks, Miss Ann. You're welcome, Michelle, and I hope you will get it. I hope that you can um hear as soon as possible from them. Yeah, so like I said, after I was in BPO, I ranking, and what you call that? I applied for ranking, and because I was in BPO, I was so excited that of all the applicants, I was number 6. And then I was thinking, I was number 6, so I will be hired as an English teacher. So I resigned, but no one hired me. No one hired me there. So that's why I taught in one of the private schools in my city. I taught there for 1 year. And after that, I applied as a volunteer teacher in public school where I got hired to. So 1 year of volunteer and then 2 years of teaching that I'm officially a teacher there. And after 2 years, I resigned. I applied here. Well, I applied in China, but China maybe is not for me. So I got hired here right away. I went here where it's a one time opportunity. Yes, just and also when you are applying, more schools or more applications, more possibilities for you to be hired. Hopefully, Michelle, let me know if you will go here. You can message me, you can inform me, and hopefully, um, it's just near my place. So for those who just joined the YouTube live, please don't forget to like and share this video. Hmm. But I really miss the food in the Philippines. Nothing can beat our food, especially the seafood. I I really miss eating seafood already. It's too expensive here. But then since Vegas is an hour away from my place, so w- we will go there twice a month to get our supplies, groceries, because we have in Vegas they have their Filipino store there. You can buy your own silver swan. You can buy your silver swan and you can buy your banana ketchup if you want. You can buy fish, but it's most of the fish it's frozen. Some of the Filipino products you can buy there. I hope for those who are viewing right now in my YouTube, America will be for you. By June, you will be here already in the US. Because as for me, at first, I can't really imagine until now that I'm here. I can't really believe it until I was here already. And this will be my third year in the US. But then also you need to make sure, guys, that annually you'll be paying $1,000 for your renewal to your visa sponsor. That's $1,000. I got a lot of messages from my messenger reading Happy Easter. So happy Easter, guys. And so, like I said, guys, if you really wanted to know how much are the expenses here in the US, the uh, your expenses and what are the things that you need to prepare. Like I said, aside from your annual pay, I mean renewal for that's annually, that's $1,000. It also depends with your what visa sponsor you will have. So in my case, I have AAG as my visa sponsor. So every year we're paying $1,000. And aside from that, during your extension year, that will be your fourth year already. You need on top of the $1,000, you need to pay $367 for your extension. So if you wanted to know what are the expenses, I just posted a YouTube video that I created for you. It's a long video though. It's for 19 minutes, but I know for sure that it's really reliable and it's really updated. So I hope you can watch that video, like and share the video. And I will really appreciate it too if you can make a comment on the video. I have 9 viewers right now. So guys, for those who just joined my YouTube live, I will really appreciate it if you can say something in the chat so I can acknowledge you. And if you have any questions, I can answer you right now. All right. And right now I will be posting uh school in Louisiana. The school, excuse me. This is in the state of Louisiana. This school is actually offering H1. So they're not offering J1 only, but it's H1. So let's see. We're going to open their school. Well, I checked this earlier. Let me share my screen. I checked this school earlier. As of the moment, they were not able to update their website yet. They don't have openings yet. Because some of the schools, this school, I believe, what do you call this? Some of the schools they just give the contract to their teachers. So they are with the school district right after they give the contract to the teachers. They will give the teachers for 15 days only for you to sign the contract. So they're waiting most probably for their teachers to return their contract. And after that, that's the time that they will identify what are the job openings that they will have. So April, March, April, that's the time where in the district is giving out the contract. And 15 days after, the teacher will return the contract signed or not signed so that the district will identify or will post job openings for the teachers that they need. So in Madison Parish School District, I have my friend here. She's a teacher here and she got an H1 visa. They don't have openings right now. This is their human resources. They're there are no openings at this time. So, but then you need to check it maybe by mid-April or at the end of April because they might have an opening already. And let's see their teacher salary schedule. So these are this is their salary schedule. If you have 1 year of teaching and you have bachelor's degree, so your annual pay will be $32,327. That's annual pay, guys. It's not monthly. And if you have masters, so you will get $32,676. You have your PhD. This is it, $33,919. The highest salary that they will give you will be if you have 25 years and $40,542 if you have bachelor's only. But if you have your master's, they can give you up to $42,671. And then the Madison Parish School Board offers the following incentives. They have estimated sales tax supplements. That's for May 2,700 and December is 4,400. This is like what do you call that in the Philippines? PBB, I believe. And then MFP is not included in the base salary. I don't know what is MFP, guys, but then you will get $1,000 because, like I said, every state they have different curriculums. They have different school policies. So you need to make sure as well before you sign the contract that you review what kind of districts they are. Signing bonus for new certified teachers in the school district. You will have a signing bonus for $3,000. So, estimated additional pay, you will have $11,000. That's good catch. So, again, guys, that is the school that offers H1B, but they don't have openings right now. Who knows? They will have after 15 days from now. So, good luck, and I hope that you will get H1B. All right. I had a message. All right. I have a personal message in my messenger from Miss Grace Gallo or Gallo. Hi, Miss Anne. Yes, I'm watching your online info on U.S. job openings. Thank you much for this info, Miss Anne. God bless you. God bless you too. It's I remember when I was applying this. It's only the district. I mean, the agency who's providing us this schools where we can apply. So, yeah, I know it's really a great help for each one of you about this school. And I really want you all to go here because I know I've been a teacher in the Philippines and I know you really wanted to go out from there. So, if you will make it, let me know. Message me. And then just in case I cannot reply right away, guys, to your message, that doesn't mean I'm what's it called? I'm a snubber. It's just that my work, I need to be in my school at 6:50 in the morning. So I have to wake up 5 o'clock. And then my apartment is 8 minutes away from my school. But then I have to wake up early because I need to prepare my what you call this? My lunch. My lunch, it's not this. I mean, our lunch here in the US is not the same in the Philippines. That you can go out because in middle school you have responsibilities you need to look after for the kids while they're eating their lunch in the cafeteria. And some of the schools may require you to be outside as well when the kids are outside during lunch. So you need to bring your own lunch as well. So 5 o'clock. Well, because the school has a camera, you do not want to be late. And the moment you are late, well, it's not a good gesture already for a foreign teacher. So you're a foreigner, you're not from there. So you really wanted to have a good shot for your principal. I mean, for the administration. And if you want to be renewed, then you need to perform your responsibilities. If your school asks you to be there 6:50, before 6:50, you need to be there. Why? Because of course you need to make sure as well that your Promethean board is working. What if not? What will you do? Because your lesson, it should be in your Promethean board. And also, what if you need to do something before your lesson, so you need to be there at 6:50. And then I have to go home. Our school ends at 2:40 p.m. But then we can go out from the school at 3:10 p.m. So and then after that, if you wanted to join the after school program, that's 2 hours. Like in my case, I have my own after school program in school before, and you will be paid extra for that. But there are schools that they don't pay maybe for after school. But then if you will be I mean, if you will have your own after school program, then you will be paid. Example, you're offering tutorials, but not all teachers can offer tutorial because you need to make your own um what do you call this? So why is it my head's not working? Proposal. You need to have your own proposal as well, what kind of after school program you will have, and then the administration will approve it. And then if you will be granted, then you can have your own after school program. That's for it depends. In our school, our after school program is from 2:45 to 4:45. So you will be paid extra for 2 hours. All right. Okay. So if you're not really doing anything after school, then yes, you can join the after school program. But not all schools have their after school program. But then on my first year, I did not really join the after school program because my first year was like my year of coping up, my year of um, teaching myself how to do this, how to do that. And then what I did on my first year, I take note all the things that I think I did not do right. And so that on my second year, I know what to do already. And on my second year, so that I know how to end, I know what to do with my students already. And I know how to react if this situation happens already. So I take note all of those, and I really made sure that on my second year I will not experience it again. It was not perfect, but at least I had an overview already. I had a record on my journal that I should not do this until now. Even it's my third year already, I still take down notes of what are the things that I need to work on in my fourth year. And also, in our school, we have this opportunity that we can, what you call this? You can join or you can um not really observe, but to visit other teachers on how they teach, so that you will know, oh, this works for the kids, so that you will know what will work for your students. But then, of course, we teachers, we have different teaching strategies, we have different classroom managements, but then it's better as well that we observe what type of classroom managements these locals do, what type of classroom routines these locals have. So it's really important. So every year I am asking my instructional coach if I can visit one of the teachers in my department, where I can listen, I can see how they teach, and I will assess if I can apply that in my own teaching as well, or in my own classroom. Because of course locals know how to deal with their kids, with their students. So somehow you think, oh, this is really good, I maybe I can do this, and they will really help you. The teachers, they will really help you, especially it's your first year, they will help you on how to do this and how to do that. So but then of course you just need to be um uh what do you call this, you need to know as well the negative things that you did, and you need to know how to reinforce that, because you do not want that to happen the next year. No, we don't have mentoring session for new teachers unless of course you really ask, because nothing is free here, Miss Cheryl. So unless of course your department head will ask you to do this. But I remember in my district, it's six of us who got hired 2018, and it's the district actually who set up a training for us, and that training we're being paid. We did not pay for the training, but instead the district paid us for attending the training. That's cool, right? Back home, we are the one paying for our trainings. But then it depends also in your instructional coach. Our instructional coach, she was the one who planned out to, it's not actually a mentoring session, but she asked us to join or to observe a teacher on how they do this and how they do that. But there's really no mentoring session. It's not like that here. But then they're very open. They're very open for suggestions. They're very open that share what are their experiences, especially when dealing with the kids. Yeah, but they are not offering those kind of trainings all the time that you they will pay you. But yeah, if they will, especially during summer, if they're asking, I mean, if the district offers trainings, usually you are paid for that. Excuse me, because not all teachers are available during the summer. Because when it's summer here, it's really summer. You do not need to go to school. So you will really enjoy your 2 months, 2 months of summer. Okay, so let's move on. So I just posted the school from Louisiana that offers HB1 or your working visa. So let's have another school here. This is from Toltec Unified School District. Okay, so I will post this in our banner. So they have their current job openings. They're looking for special ed teacher, Miss Cheryl. And then they're looking for junior high social studies teacher. Is Sir Siegfried Siegfried? Is it Siegfried? Is Sir Siegfried still here? Sigrid. So social studies teacher. So in this school, Toltec Unified School District, they're looking for junior high school social studies teacher. And then, yeah, they have limited openings as of the moment because, like I said, they're maybe they're still waiting for other teachers to have their contract back. Yes, so let me share my screen. So when you open this link, somehow this is different from other schools. So they have their um, openings there. They are looking for third grade teacher as well. And then let's check their salary schedule. Um, for classified, darling. Where's this? Let me see. Oh, they have their salary per hour. That's complicated. Okay, so if you think Caltech Unified School District, you wanted to apply there, so open the link that I posted and you can apply, process your application, and hopefully the school district will find your email, will see your email rather, and you can apply and we'll see each other here in the US. So one, two, three, four, five, six. That's the sixth school already that I posted here in our YouTube live. And I really appreciate those people that are watching as well my videos. Um, in most of my videos, it's not really for applying here. It's most of my travels together with my friends here. So if you will hear, I mean, if you will be here, so who knows, we will be joining together in our road trip. You're welcome, Miss Cheryl. So again, Toltec Unified School District. Toltec Unified School District. Well, let me see if where is this? Well, this is a small, culturally diverse district and serves students in a close knit community in Arizona as well. Hmm. So from my place, it's 4 hours and 23 minutes. Okay, cool. This is actually very far from my place, but who knows? You will land a job from there. When I was there in the Philippines, I'm not really choosy what kind of, I mean, where will I get my job? As long as I will be in the US. It's funny because I'm teaching their ninth grade in the Philippines as English teacher. And I got hired. I had my first interview, I think last week of April, and that interview was from New Mexico. Um, During my first interview, I did not make it. They don't like me, probably. So they emailed me back that I did not make it during the interview. My second interview, it's still in New Mexico, and that principal was really helpful. He walked me through on how to apply using their website. He even stayed in Skype for 1 hour, more than an hour with me because he wanted to hire me. And then after the interview, so I waited for him to email me back if I made it or not. But I did not hear anything from him. So and then the agency gave me another interview. That's from the school where I am teaching right now. So my interview was actually midnight our time in the Philippines. And then it's three of us from our agency. They're looking for two English teachers only. And my agency, in our agency, they chose three of us. And but during the interview, it's only, of course, I got hired and then the other teacher, but then the other one, she did not make it, but she's also in my district here. But then she's teaching in high school. It's funny because after I signed the contract with the school I am teaching right now, after that, the principal in high school in my place right now scheduled me for an interview as well. But of course, I told him I already signed a contract in middle school. And when I was here already in the US, I was here June. June 21st, I was in California already. And that principal from New Mexico actually emailed me if I'm still interested in their job openings. But then I said, well, no, I am here already in Bullhead, Arizona. I already signed a contract, and maybe New Mexico is not really for me. Well, I got three interviews in New Mexico. The first one I did not make it. The second one, and the second and the third one, they had the result late already. After I signed the contract here in Bullhead. So hopefully, I mean, so maybe New Mexico is not really for me. I will be here in Arizona. Well, maybe because I'm a sociable person. In New Mexico, it's snowing there, so it's kind of um mellow. Well, not really mellow, but gloomy. Um, and I like cold places, but then I do not really want to be in the snow all the time, especially during the night. Okay, so I'll be posting the next one already. So this school is in Parker Unified School District. So let's see. I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, so this is Parker Unified School District, and they have an opening, reading intervention, elementary teacher sped, self-contained. This is for you, Miss Grace. I mean, Miss Cheryl again. Another elementary teacher sped resource that's in Wallace Junior High School. They also need junior high teacher grade 7 ELA. ELA is in English Language Arts, that's in Wallace Junior High as well. They're looking for teacher grade 8 social studies. They're also looking for grade 6 math, junior high teacher grade 6 to 8 PE, elementary teacher from grade 3 to 5, elementary teacher grade kindergarten, junior high teacher 7 to 8. And then another one, junior high teacher 7 to 8, math. And then teacher sped. And then another English teacher in grade 9 to 12. Can I transfer here? I really wanted to teach high school. And then they're actually looking for science teacher as well. Math. and from 9 to 12 as well. Another special ed for preschool teacher, there's two. Another math teacher, 9 to 12. SPED, 9 to 12. Junior high teacher, grade 7, writing. And then 7th grade science, 7 and 8th math. And then speech language pathologist, elementary teacher SPED resource. So they have a lot of openings. So if you are interested in Parker, so you can actually try to apply. Let's see how much is their salary there. Parker Unified School District. Let's see if they're posting their how much is their salary and everything. Let's see. No, they don't have their schedule salary. Okay. Employee health benefits. Okay, so they don't have their salary schedule, but then they got a lot of openings. So you can try to visit Parker Unified School District. It's very nice there in Parker. It's just a small town, but then I believe I'm an hour, 2 hours away in that place. They got a lot of openings. I'm actually texting one of the teachers here. I mean, that joined in my Facebook page too. His PE teacher. So I wanted to I wanted to inform him because PE teachers it's very limited here. Because here in the US, the teacher in arts is different as well. The teacher in music is different too, and also in PE. So if you're a what you call that, MAPE teacher, you are not going to, when you are applying, you will not write as MAPE teacher, but you will write that you are a PE teacher. But then, of course, if you are really a music teacher, then go for it. Write that you are a PE, I mean, a music teacher. I remember last year I covered one of the classes of our music teacher because he's absent and there's no available what you call this there's no available sub who took the job, so it's the teacher who will sub for it. So it's fun, it's kind of interesting. They have their own piano, they have their own trumpet. It's very nice. So if you have a friend and she's a music teacher or PE teacher, you can tell them that there's an opening in Parker Unified School District. Okay, guys, how are you there? Are you still with me? I can't I'm actually when I made the Facebook page, I'm actually surprised that there's a lot of teachers right now in the Philippines who wanted to teach here. Well, I understand now because of course the difficulty of teaching there. Thank you, Miss Cheryl and Miss Hazel. Miss Hazel, congratulations. You just I saw your message. So good luck in your interview. I'll try to check on that school too. But then always remember that even though you got your you will have your job interview, keep on applying. More applications, more chances of winning. I remember when I was still applying, I applied in total maybe 20 schools in total. But well, yeah, 20 and no, maybe more than that. And only few schools replied for my job application because that time I don't have my um evaluated transcript of records yet. And that school from in Louisiana, if you can get that, if there is an opening, it's really good because they're offering H1. Not all schools here are offering H1. So grab the opportunity. Try to check that school, that district from time to time. Yes, Miss Hazel. Um, I will really try to what you call this? Well, because Miss Hazel will have her interview. And that's in Michigan, right? That's in East Coast. My friend that I just visited that during my spring break, she's in Michigan. So hopefully that school is just near her school. She's the first Filipino teacher in that school. My very, very first tip during your interview, Miss Hazel, all you need to do is be yourself. If you don't know the question, really need to be honest with that. Because, for example, just like I said, during my first interview, my principal asked me about social emotional learning. And what if I said, yeah? What if I said, yes, I know about that? And then he will say, so can you tell me more about social emotional learning? And what if I don't have any answer for that? So be yourself. Smile on your camera. Even though you're tense already, of course, you do not really need to tell them that you're scared. Mhm. Okay. So it's 12:40 right there in the Philippines already. It might be very hot already. So let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'll be posting the eighth school already. And this school, they are offering H1 as well. This is in Houston, Texas. Let me share my screen, guys, so you will see. We will see it together. Okay, so they're looking for um application type. Okay, so teacher, professional. Let's see if I can view. Okay, so this is a speech pathologist. They're looking for another teacher for PE. And then they're looking for health science teacher, architecture drafting. Oh, so this is for high school. And then world geography, elementary, special ed, high school math. That's from 7 to 12. They're looking for high school science as well, 7 to 12. They're looking for high school English language arts. That's from 7th grade to 12. And high school social studies, 7 to 12, middle school math, 4th grade to 8th grade, middle school science, middle school English language arts, social studies, secondary ELA, language arts. And then they're also looking for secondary mathematics, another middle school teacher, another secondary, but that's for English as a second language. Elementary music. So if you're, oh, I remember someone made a comment in Facebook page. She's a music teacher. Well, I'm not sure if she's here. So elementary music, elementary art, secondary art, band, social studies, and then another secondary P or coach for choir, drama, history teacher, secondary science. Oh, there got a lot of openings. Language arts, another middle school history teacher. Oh my God, they're looking for. When did they post this? Oh, they don't have the opening day. But yes, they got a lot of opening, guys. So I hope you will get one of those because this school in Texas, they are offering H1. So hopefully you will land a job there in Houston, Texas. So we just like I promised last Saturday that this live I'll be posting two schools that offers H1B. So those are the schools. Number one is from Louisiana. Number two is this school in Texas. So for those who just joined live, my YouTube live, please don't forget to like and share. If you can't share, that's fine. But if you can like this YouTube live, that's fine too. And if you ever happen to watch my other videos, I will really appreciate it if you can like and make a comment. And but then I'm also happy that there's a lot of teachers joining the Facebook group. And but then hopefully they can join as well this YouTube live so I can answer their questions as well during this time. Because Saturday night, that's the time wherein I have enough time that I can answer some of the questions. By this time, some of my work in school, it's done already. Normally, it's the teachers in my school. It's us checking the papers. So every day I'm checking papers for my students. The district is only asking us to record or to post grades at least two for a week. But then in my case, I'm actually posting 4 to 5 because I um the effort of the kids, it really counts for me. So what if I gave them a lot of quizzes, a lot of activities, and then why am I going to credit or why is it I'm going to post only two assignments or two quizzes? So no, most of the time I'm posting 4 or 5 grades for them every week. And after I post their grades already, right away I'm going to send an email to all that your grades are already updated, because every Monday we're doing grade check. So that's really important that they will do their grade checks so that they will be aware of what subjects they're failing, and if they're failing, they will know as well what are their missing works that they need to work on. So here, if the kids are failing, you need to inform, you need to email, you need to call the parents, so that at the end of the school year, if you're going to fail that kids, the parents will not be surprised. Oh, no one told me about this. No one told me that my kids or that my son or my daughter is failing. So it will be taken against you. So that's why you need to inform the parents. You need to call the parents, and then if that student is failing, then you need to make sure that you provide um extra work for them. Well, normally for the kids, if they have failing grades, they will really ask for missing for extra work so that they will pass the subject. So it's a funny, they can see or they can view actually what are their missing works, but still they will ask you for extra work. There are really kids that they're not doing their work. So you need to make sure that if that kid is failing, you inform the parent or you inform the guardian. But, for my 3 years here, haven't really, I don't have, yeah, I don't have any experience yet failing a student. Well, because it's language arts, most of them can speak English. But then for the most part, we're reading books. Most of in the curriculum that we're using right now, that's grammar, but more of reading, analysis, textual evidences. Oh, I really miss the beach in the Philippines. But you know what, guys? I also want to join or to teach in Japan. I'm, I'm not sure, but it's like Japan is appealing for me. Maybe because of the cherry blossoms. But I want to teach in Japan too, because the places, their islands, it's so nice too. So maybe if I will not have the chance to stay here, then maybe I'll go to Japan and teach there. And also, teachers, you need to make sure that you have a plan already. Just J1 visa, 3 to 5 years. After that, we are going to go home. So yes, Michelle. So Michelle asks, what is your plan, ma'am, after your visa? Well, to be honest, I really wanted to go home now. I really wanted to go home. Uh I've never. what do you call this? I was not able to go home last year because of course, of what happened. And right now, I wanted to go home, but it seems that it's still complicated. But if I can get the chance to go home, I will. So my plan after my visa, my J1 visa here, so most probably I will really go home in the Philippines, rest for 2 years because I cannot see myself teaching here in the US for a lifetime. That's why I remember one of the teachers in Facebook in our page made a comment. Um, she used to be she's the parent of one of my students in private school. She's a teacher in China, and she made a comment that she's wondering why is it there's a lot of American teachers go to China and teach in China instead of teaching here in the US. So, well, maybe because when it comes to behavior, Asians between Americans, it's really different. So that's why, like I said, I wanted to go home. 2 years, that's too fast. And then after 2 years, if I will go home, I mean, if I will come back, well, maybe I can look for a school already that will offer for H1. But I wanted to have a break too. So 2 years, that's but then of course if you think you cannot really stay here, then why while you are here save money? Well, yes, if given the chance, why not? If there's an opportunity for me to get an H1, that's fine. But J1 and but J1 visa, if it's still the same, that's fine with me. At least I can still go home. Um, there are teachers actually planning that after their visa here, they will go to Canada to teach there as well. So I'm not sure about that yet. Excuse me. Well, because if you're here J1 visa, yes, there's we will really go home. Unless of course you have your means, you have your other ways to stay here. That's fine. But then it still requires money. It's not that as easy as 1, 2, 3 that right away you can change your from J1 to another visa. It will cost money. You need to have a lawyer, and you cannot have the result after a month right away. You need to wait. So that's why make sure when you go here, you made a plan. You have a plan already what to do after your visa expires. Well, there are a lot. I knew a lot of J1 visa teachers. Well, they're single. They have what you call this ways to stay here. So, but then still, of course, I'm actually worried that there are a lot of I mean, of course, this is just my own opinion. There are a lot of J1 visa teachers who really wanted to stay here. Of course, who doesn't want to stay here when it comes to salary wise? Yes, of course, we all want to stay here. But then I am actually worried, and some of my friends are worried that there are a lot of J1 visas already m- trying to change to H1B or another visa. I'm worried that it might be or time will come that this J1 visa will not be permitted in Filipino teachers anymore because there are a lot taking advantage of staying here looking for ways, finding ways to stay here. But then when I understand them, I don't have any question for that. But I'm just worried that later on, if CFO will find out that there's a lot already coming here from as a J1 visa, and then they change their visa, and also the U.S. embassy will find out. So it might be we will not be granted anymore to apply for J1 visa, but hopefully that will not happen. I knew someone, this is already his second. um how do you say that? He went here before as J1 visa. He went home in the Philippines for 2 years. And after that, he applied again here as J1 visa. He's a Hispanic teacher in one of our in one of the schools here in our district. But then on his second attempt here, second as a J1 visa holder, he did not bring his family already because he said he was not really able to save. It's just same thing. It's just like they transfer their life here in the US, but there's really no enough savings. So instead, um he just went here alone. So, but hopefully he can look for a school that will offer H1B because he's a sped teacher. But maybe he just loved, he just wanted to go home in the Philippines too. Just like me. I really wanted to go home right now. I miss Philippines. You just don't know, guys, how I felt right now, how I really wanted to go home. When I heard the news that non OFWs cannot go home in the Philippines 3 weeks ago, I really felt bad about it. I J1 is not considered OFW. We're not OFW because we did not go, or we don't have what you call this. Um we don't have any access to POEA or OWA. We are not OFW. So when I heard that, I was really scared that I can't go home. But then good thing after that they changed that yes, the non OFWs can also go home now. Yes, so yes, Michelle. I myself sometimes I wanted to I mean I'm also pressured. Well, there are teachers anxiety that of course your way of living here is different already in the US. And some of them, and sometimes I myself, to be honest, I'm telling myself as well that I'm not ready to go home in the Philippines yet. Well, because, you have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe some of the teachers are not, I'm not really generalizing or I'm not really referring to someone else, but who knows that they are not really um ready to go home yet because of course we know the life of a teacher in the in the Philippines. Maybe some of them 3 years or 5 years of stay here is not enough for them to pay their debts in the Philippines. So that's why sometimes listening to them I can tell to myself as well that maybe I'm not yet ready to go home too. But then still I maybe, I mean, as of the moment, I wanted to go home. Who knows? That will change after 2 years. That's why. Yeah. So I don't have any against with a teacher who wanted to go home. I mean, who wanted to stay here. I understand about the fact of loan and the reloan cycle. So I don't have any against to those teachers because I myself I'm struggling to be honest. I have my own struggles as well when it comes to payment, but I really made sure that I'm paying for it because you will not really know that anytime you will be going home because like I said, our contract here is only for a year. What if the next year the school will not hire you anymore? Yes, all of us wanted to be debt free. Yes, I agree with you, Miss Cheryl, that all of us we wanted to have debt free while at the same time teaching, do our passion. Yes. So I cannot really speak for all of the teachers that are here, but I myself, my own opinion, yes, I wanted to stay. But if God will not really permit me to stay here, then I will go home. I will not stay here illegally because I'm a teacher by profession. I have, I mean, I'm professional. I went to school. I got, you had you have your master's degree. And then why is it you're going to stay here illegally? There are still a lot of countries that you might get another work. You might get another job. Because as for me, first, it's just an experience to see America, an experience to see California, to see Disneyland, to see New York. Yeah. But then, of course, if you're here already, your mindset will be different already. So it really depends on how you manage your mindset as well. I'm telling you guys, if you will go here, you need to be ready and be careful as well of the people that you mingle with, the people that you will hang out with because um I'm sorry to say this, but then there are still, you know, the behavior, the personality of us, of our Filipino behavior that if we know someone who is um achieving or there's achievement, you will really know. I mean, you will really meet someone that will pull you down. So make sure that you also rely on those people that you think is reliable too. Okay, so let's have the ninth school. Let me see. This is a school in Michigan. They call it the Mid Michigan Leadership Academy. Mm, well, actually, there's no. Yeah. Okay. So let's see their school. Let's see what do they offer. I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so let's have okay, teacher. They are looking for intervention teacher. Middle school teacher. This is in American Montessori Academy. So again, guys, this is in Michigan, Mid Michigan Leadership Academy. So they are using a third party something for them to post their job openings. So they're looking for middle school teacher, their PE teacher. They're also looking for another special ed, but it's paraprofessional. Another special ed, K to 4, elementary teacher. So third grade, immediate need. Oh, that's in Academy of Warren. And then eighth grade social studies teacher, sixth grade teacher for 2021, 2022, and eighth grade math teacher, seventh and eighth grade ELA teacher. They're looking for music teacher too, and technology teacher. So this is for computer teacher, elementary teachers, and let's see, they're looking for art teacher too. Another middle school teacher, and then elementary school teacher, high school, and then middle school teacher. That's in International Academy of Flint. And then elementary teacher, immediate need. This is in Charles Stockwell Academy. Special ed teacher. Oh my God, they are looking for a lot of teachers. Another elementary teacher. This is in Crossroads Charter Academy. Another middle school teachers for ELA Math, Science, Social Studies from 5th to 8th grade. This is in Academy of Warren. Another one, special ed teacher in Kensington Woods High School. Technology teacher from 6 to 8. There are teacher, PE teacher, English teacher. Wow. Science or physics teacher, their math teacher. That's in West Michigan Aviation Academy. We're looking for PE teacher or health teacher, ELA teacher, first grade teacher, special ed, math teacher. Oh, they have a lot of openings, guys. So if you are interested, so hopefully this will really help you a lot. Where is that? So that's in Michigan, eastern part. It's very cold there. Even summer, it's snowing. So if you love the snow, if you love cold weather, then try applying here. This is in mid Michigan Leadership Academy. My friend who just arrived last December, she's working here. She's teaching here. Okay. As of the moment in my school, well, I posted the link of my school district that's in Bullhead City Elementary School District. So, I posted it already in our Facebook page as well. So you might be interested too in checking that. So you can also check. And who knows if you will be teaching here, we'll see each other. Yes, so again, for those who just joined my YouTube live, don't forget to like this YouTube live or subscribe to my channel, or at the same time, share this video so your friends will be aware as well of those schools that I just posted. So I posted 10 schools last week, and I posted another 10 schools today. That includes two schools that offer H1B or working visa. So hopefully I can find another 10 schools for for next weekend, so I can give it to you as well so that you can apply for more schools. Oh yeah, this is all right. So it's 10 o'clock right now here in my time. And see, it's still hot. It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. That's in my city. So it doesn't mean that it's nighttime already. The weather will cool down. So no, if it's summer, all throughout the day it will be hot. All right. So let me look for the last school. Oh, well, actually, this school that I'll be posting, well, this is another school that is offering H1B as well, or working visa. This is a school just 15 minutes away from my place. Uh, they're offering H1 visa, and at the same time, their school is offering good salary. So this is it. This is the Mojave Valley School District. So let's see what are their openings. I believe right now they only have um what they have, they just updated is February 17 preschool paraprofessional. But then, like I said, because in our there are schools that they just give their what you call this, their contract. So they're still waiting for their teachers to sign it, and after 15 days they will return it to the district. So that's the time that the district will identify what are the teachers that they will be looking for. So Mojave Elementary School District, I mean Mojave Valley School District, this one that you can see in the banner, this is another school that offers H1B. So let's check their salary schedule. Like I said, this is one of the schools that I know that offers a lot. So if you have 1 year of teaching only and you have bachelor's degree, your annual salary is $47, $47,500. If you have bachelor's plus 12 units, $48,688. That's for your annual salary. 24, this is it. If you have your master's degree for 36 units, imagine you will get $51. So that is for 1 year only. But if you have 6 years of teaching, you will get $57, 57,000 $57,000, 874. That's your salary if you have your master's degree. How much more with you, Michelle? You have 15 years, $61,435. If you have your master's, so that will be $72, 72,000 $277. So that's a lot of money. Again, guys, that's in Mojave Valley Elementary School District. They they are giving out H1 visa and they are giving out big salary. This does not include approximately 3,000 per year in automatic 301 payments. Their 301, this is their like the PPP that we have in the Philippines. And this does not include additional 301 funds for bonus money, must need achievement, and evaluation qualifications. That where your evaluation comes. Substitute teacher, $100 per day regular, and $150 for extend year with bachelor's degree. That's for sub teachers. Okay, so guys, what are you waiting for? Yes, big money. Hi, Miss Grace. It's nice to see you here. Yes, Miss Cheryl, that's a lot of money. But remember, if that's a big amount of salary too. While your salary, well, what do you call this? Your tax is big as well. So the bigger salary, the bigger tax. But then, of course, it's big. Remember, see, I mean, 15 years, $72,000, 277. That will be your annual salary. Plus, you will have your 301 funds of $3,000. But then your $3,000, that's taxable too. Everything here, whatever you receive, that's taxable. So right now, they don't have openings yet. But then after, yes, tax is big. That's correct. But then, like I said, you can open that school 15 days from now or 30 days from now, when they receive already the signed contract of the teachers. And for sure, Michelle, they might be looking for sped teachers too. Miss Grace goes, Miss Ann, thank you so much for sending us school district links and we'll start applying. Miss, what if you have 26 years in the service here in DepEd? Will receive a bigger salary. Not all schools, Miss Grace, what you call this? Just like this school. This is in Mojave Valley. So if you have 26 years of teaching, so you will get 67,862 if you are bachelor's only. But then if you have your master's, one, two, three, four, five. If you have your master's degree, you will get 94,834. But I'm not sure though if there are actually schools or districts that they have that they limit their salary schedule, that the maximum that they can give is only 10 years, until 10 years of experience. So that would really depend, because different states, different rules, different policies, and different schools, different policies as well. Because I have a friend, he's here in Kingman as well. He's just 45 minutes away from my place. And then their school is not really counting your teaching experience. They're counting your salary, or they're basing your salary with your education. If you have masters, then you will be paid for that. If you only have bachelors, then you will be paid for bachelors only. They will not count your experience. So make sure when you're applying for school, I mean, this is one also of my biggest mistakes when I was applying back there, and I mean in the Philippines, because I did not really check their salary schedule too. I just, well, because there's an interview. So I said, okay, grab the interview as long as it's in America. But yeah, maybe yeah, as long as I'm not choosy that time. I said, whatever school that will hire me first, that will be the school for me. So yeah, I'm enjoying. I mean, the school that I have right now will not be the perfect school for everyone, but then I stayed. I lasted here for 3 years, and they renewed me for 3 years. It will be my fourth year. I am in the process of my extension years already. This will be my fourth year for 2021-2022 school year. Miss Nikki. Okay, yes, you're back. Is it difficult to compute for the tax, Miss Anne? I'm not really good in math, Miss Nikki. Yeah, so the tax, it really varies with how much you are, I mean, for your salary. And I am not, well, right now, every payday, I have $600 deduction. That's for different taxes that I'm paying. So twice a month. So that will be $1,200 for my tax. Well, because I'm also paying extra for my insurance, but that's only $18 for my insurance that I'm paying for a month, because the school district will give you insurance. That's correct. But then my our visa sponsor, especially for J1 teachers, they're asking us to pay, or that we should have $500 deductible in our insurance. So the school will give you insurance, but schools is there's 1,000 deductible or $800 deductible. So that's why I am, or my the other teachers in my school, we are paying extra to meet the requirement of the visa sponsor. So I'm really sorry, Miss Nikki, I cannot compute the tax. Right now in the page, I only have 616 members. How I wish that all these 616 members will join my YouTube live soon, so they will see these 10 schools. Well, this is my second live, so 20 schools already. So hopefully they will see it. Miss Nikki said it's all right, Miss Anne. I just heard stories about that. About that. That's why I'm curious. I'm quite curious. Thank you very much. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. Yes, I know that I'm not. Well, I'm actually thinking about that. That most of the teachers are actually in church, especially it's Easter. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing for sharing this YouTube live. So yes, Miss Nikki. Well, actually, Miss Nikki, for J1 visa, um, well, 2 years we will not be paying state tax and federal tax. But it's your own discretion if you want it to be deducted or not. But then by April, we are filing for a tax refund. So whatever they get to you for the whole school year, it will be returned. So it's like sort of savings. So they will get it to you and then they will return it by April or May. But then on your third year, you really need to pay for the fight for the state tax and federal tax, Medicare, FICA Medicare tax, and then so this like Social Security tax. And also make sure when you're here already, when you file your tax, you are dealing with the right company or the right person. Because in my case, on my first year here, um well, of course, I will not say the company who processed my tax. They during the computation, they told that I actually owe the state for $300. So of course I was scared that I said no, I mean, I should not be paying $300 because I'm a J1 visa teacher here. I should not pay my tax, state tax and federal tax for 2 years. But then I don't. But then because I was scared and I don't know yet the legalities that time, so I paid the $300 because I owe the state and I do not want to be in jail because I owe $300 for the state. So I paid it, and then the following year, when I changed the company who processed my tax, so he found out the what do you call the person, the tax person who prepared my tax. He found out that I paid $300 that in fact I should not be that I should not be paying. So he corrected it. So they refunded me the $300 that I paid for the first year. It was scary. So that's why I paid it right away. So that's why we need to be very careful of the people that we're dealing with. Yeah, I'm thinking actually that when I'm doing my live here, it's evening here of Sunday. Well, because if I'm going to choose 6 p.m. your time there, it will be 3 a.m. here in my time. And I do not really want to wake up 3 a.m., guys, because, Mondays to Fridays I'm awake at 5 o'clock. So I want to enjoy my Saturday to wake up late. Sunday I have to wake up early as well because I need to go to church. Yeah, so guys, those 10 schools, three are offering H1. Two of the schools that are offering H1, they don't have openings right now. But hopefully 15 days from now or 30 days from now, they will have already their postings of the openings of their school. So hopefully you will. I mean, I'm okay. I only have J1 visa, but you can have H1 visa. That will make my heart very happy already. I'm so glad to help as well other teachers because I know how it feels to be. a teacher in the Philippines. Imagine, guys, the reason why I actually resigned after 2 years of teaching in the Philippines because I was I was in junior. I mean, no, senior high school, and my salary was delayed for 3 to 4 months. So 4 months, no salary. So I had to um, find ways in order for me to pay for my expenses, to pay for my bills, bills, electricity. And God answered my prayer. I'm here already. I may not provide everything back then. I'm back home, but I'm trying. And hopefully, especially for all the teachers, married or not. I know we have our own responsibilities as well. So I hope that I will see all of you here in the US before my visa will expire. Before my extension, I will be staying here for another 2 years. So if I will stay, then I'll stay. If not, then I'll go home. Rest for 2 years. Enjoy the beach, enjoy the food there, and after that, go come back here if I can come back. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for your time. Do you still have any question? It's 10:27 here right now, my time. And I hope I answered all your questions. And I really hope those people that have questions in the page on my page, they can attend this YouTube live as well so I can answer them directly because like I said, not all the time, especially during class hours, I am not really on my phone because I do not, well, because no phones inside the classroom. That's one of the policy, the rules inside the classroom with my kids. And then well, I can have my phone all the time, but I want to be a role model. Sorry, not model. I want to be a role model to my kids, to my students. So I'm not really having my phone all the time. And then after school, most of the time I'm calling home as well. Uh, it's 17,000 miles away. So I need to go home as well. Yes, you're welcome, Miss Hazel. You're welcome, Miss Cheryl. And I hope that um, I can really help you. And I hope that I will really see you here because, of course, we want to conquer America. We want to earn that dollar sign. Yeah. So just remember if you're here already and you meet kids with attitude, just remember at the top of their head, it's a dollar sign. Just smile. The top of their head it's a dollar sign, green money. So even though you really wanted to go home already, just remember all the money that you spend going here. And for sure you will really survive. That's my motivation on my first year here. I really wanted to go home on my first year, but I'm just thinking at the top of their head it's the dollar sign, it's green money, and I can pay my um whatever debts that I need to pay in the Philippines. Right, so thank you guys, and I'll keep you posted in our page again if I can go live next Saturday. I'll be collecting more schools. Hopefully, I can find schools in California as well. Uh, because I know there's a lot of opportunities as well in California. So I'll be checking on them and I'll keep you posted if I'll be live again next. Well, hopefully I can do it Friday so that it's Saturday your time there. Hopefully, but then hopefully we will see each other again, and hopefully next week you have already an update for me if you got an email from the schools that you are applying for, or you got an update already if we have, or the CFO will lift the moratorium already, because I wanted to go home too. If I will go home, I need to have a sticker again from CFO. So hopefully CFO will lift the moratorium as well, and they will not ask us for a perfected contract anymore, because perfected contract is a pain already. I know there's a lot of teachers already that because of that perfected contract that they're looking for, they cannot go here. I knew a lot of teachers that they had already their visa. They had their job offer, but because the school cannot give them their perfected contract that should be dated before May 25th of 2020, they cannot go here. So I felt so sorry about them. I felt their frustrations. I felt their pain because, of course, they already spent money. And looking for that big amount of money is not a joke. So I am hoping that CFO will lift the moratorium, and I will be the very first person that will be very happy, so I can go home and I can see my family. And I hope to see you guys there, and or see you here in person. And I hope I can drive you to the places you haven't been to. And hopefully you will be hired in the place, just near my school, or who knows, you will be hired in my one of my school district here, and we can be roommates. Who knows? And if you don't have your car yet, so I can give you a ride going to your school, as long as you wake up early, and you will not let me wait after school for an hour. So that's fine. All right. So again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. And please don't forget to like and share this video to your friends who are really interested in joining us here, teaching here in the US. And I hope I can answer all your questions. And I hope as well those 10 schools that I posted this week will help you a lot and will answer your dream to go here and teach here together with us and visit the places that you haven't been to and experience the snow as well, guys. I know we want all to experience the snow. Yes, Miss Cheryl. See you soon. Bye, everyone. Good night. My time here. Bye. Hi, Michelle Marie. That's fine. Good evening. It's 10:33 my time here already. I posted the link 10 schools. You can review this live, and please don't forget to like and share. I have 3 schools that I posted that offers H1, Michelle. So hopefully you can watch this the entire video, because I also highlight those schools. I put it in the banner. Yes, Miss Shella, shout out. Yes, thank you. But then, even though you're late, thank you, Miss Shella. I really appreciate for the time. Science major. There's a lot of openings for science major. The one that like I said, uh every school that I posted, I put it in on the banner. So you can go over, you can review with the schools. I posted 10 schools this week and last week, so 20 in total. But this week I posted 3 schools that offer H1B or working visa. So thank you and see you again. And I hope, Michelle, the links will help you too. And the 4 year schools for you to apply. Bye, everyone. Good night.